And hi, I'm Karen,
And I'm Michael.
and welcome to our monthly market update, the November version of our monthly market update. And our goal here is to bring you certainty in the uncertain times.
And gosh knows that 2020 has been loaded with uncertain times.
We have had, everyone has. It's been quite an eventful year. But what we want to do is kind of talk about what's going on in Guilford County and also what's going on nationally in the real estate market. So let's get going. Switch over here. There we go. First, we're going to talk about Guilford County. The number of new listings has gone up 800 to 863. That's 12.9% increase from a year ago.
And homes for sale are at 1,320, down more than 30%.
Okay. We've sold more homes than we did a year ago. We sold 779 homes just in the month of October.
It's a lot of homes.
Mm-hmm.
The average price, good news for sellers, is $225,000, which is up more than 13% from a year ago.
Wow.
Appreciation of more than 13% in 1 year.
In 1 year. That's awesome. The number of new pending, that's homes that are under contract. They will more than likely close for the month of November. That's up to 523 homes, and that's up 30%. So let's kind of also look at the sales numbers compared to 5 years ago. Average sales price 5 years ago was $181,000. Today is $225,000. It's $43,000 higher, $43,000 higher than it was 5 years ago.
So that means that in 5 years, you've gained more than 23% appreciation in the value of your home in Guilford County.
Right. We're still talking, inventory is still down compared to 5 years ago. New listings was 757. That is up from 5 years ago, but the active listings is down by 36% from 5 years ago. Just think, the active listings here was 1,320. 5 years ago was 2,000. We're almost, 700 homes, fewer homes available for sale, but we sold 779 homes just in the month of October. That is what we're saying when the inventory is so low. So let's get to this. Why some of these numbers here? There's a lot of news stories that are all around, and everyone's talking about describing the coronavirus, the induced global epidemic. The downturn is the worst since the Great Depression. Yet, for many, the comparison does more to terrify than clarify.
So we're going to give you some clarity.
We're going to do that. That's our goal today.
Here's a familiar slide. We've been showing you this slide since April and talking about it as the V curve or the Nike swoosh or whatever you want to call it, where we talked about a dramatic turn down and then a dramatic increase in business and economy going into the third quarter. And guess what? It's exactly what happened. Those economists nailed their forecast.
And why is that?
Well, there's a couple things. Here's one, FICO scores. FICO scores are up to an average of 711 in the month of July versus April of 19 at 706. So even though we went through the first part of the pandemic, we've seen an increase in the FICO scores.
And one of the reasons they're saying that is because of the stimulus checks that we've been receiving. 35% of the people used their stimulus to pay down debt. Another 36% used it to save money. 29% say they bought something, but that's okay. They also stimulated the economy as well.
And this is another interesting dynamic that's going on in the 9th or 10th month of COVID. You can see that business applications in the United States are just going through the roof right now. The reason is people are figuring out a way to build a business in these uncertain times, and they are being successful.
So innovation during a downturn, that is who we are. That's the American way.
Pull up the bootstraps and go.
And keep on going. Don't give up. And that's just that this right here is showing when people get down, what else can I do? And a lot of people are starting new businesses.
And another thing that's making things look a little brighter, although, let's not make this sound great. Another 750,000 people last week filed for unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But at the high water mark, it was going on at 6.9 million were filing. So it's really trending down, continue to be going down. Hopefully it'll continue to go down, but 750,000 people, that's still a lot of people that have filed for unemployment.
And then let's talk about this forbearance thing. A lot of the news, the uncertainty, people are talking about that. When here, there was 4.6 million people that went into forbearance at the very beginning. As you can see, that again is trending down.
And right now, if you look at October, it's only 5.83% of the people who are still in forbearance.
Mm-hmm. And so of that 5.7 million people, 2.3 million have decided to continue that forbearance for the next 6 months. But let's look at this right here. This is really interesting because 44% of the people have gone back. They're active in their mortgages. They're no longer in forbearance. 500,000 have actually paid off their mortgage. So that's more than half of the people that were in forbearance have come out of it or paid off their mortgage. 481,000 are still in
mitigation, delinquency.
Right. And 80,000 are more than likely going to be foreclosed on. That's 80,000 out of the 5.7 million. And unfortunately, there's always going to be that.
About that percentage.
And so it's not doom and gloom like everyone is saying. And one of the things they are saying, though, of these people that may be having to sell their home, they have equity in their home. So they're still going to be able, most of them, they're still going to be able to move on.
They won't be underwater.
Right.
So the likelihood of us having a foreclosure crisis, again, is about 0%, according to Ivy Zellman.
0%.
And this is the story. Mm-hmm. Remember, we said that one thing that could slow down the real estate market right now is the low inventory. Mm-hmm. And you can see that in the month of September, we had 2.7 months average inventory in the United States. And if you look at that one high water mark in May, keep in mind that that's a result of nobody being able to show any homes. So inventory did build up a little bit. If you take that out of the equation, it's still very, very low.
And what does that mean? So 2.7 months of inventory. That means that if no more homes came on the market, it would take 2.7 months to sell out all of the inventory of homes. That's huge because normally an average inventory is about 5 to 6 months.
Right. So
that's what you want to have.
It's a seller's market.
It's a seller's market in certain price points.
Yeah. So there are 3 reasons that homeowners are not looking to put their home on the market right now. So go ahead and go through those, Karen.
Well, one of them is financial uncertainty. 31% is that. The other one is 34% is they're uncertain right now what to do and where our world is going. And then 25% are concerned because of COVID and health concerns. I do want to address that. And when we do list a home, we provide masks for everyone. We ask our sellers to open their cabinets and drawers and doors, and so that fewer people are touching the things that are in their home. We're trying
hand sanitizers. Mm-hmm. We don't allow more than 2 buyers in the home at one time.
Right.
We're very careful.
Right. So those are some things. But I mean, so you have what, 65% of the people
Or uncertain.
are uncertain. And that's the reason why the homeowners aren't putting their homes on the market.
And so homeowners who feel life is uncertain right now may think that they can just wait a little while before putting their homes on the market. But here's the catch. If they're waiting to sell, that may raise the cost of the trade up, meaning that the low interest rates we're experiencing now will start to trend up, and they will not have the same benefit of the low interest rates, which means it will cost more for them to buy a home.
So the trade up more affordable on a monthly basis than if
it's not guaranteed to last.
It's not guaranteed to last. Right. And that goes into the mortgage interest rates. They are incredibly low right now. Yes, they're talking about keeping it that way, but the forecasters are saying that it will inch up a little bit in 2021, 22, and 23.
And here's another look at why you may want to be a home seller right now. They're forecasting all these different Zillow and all these financial companies are forecasting anywhere from a 1 to 7, on average about 4.5%, 5% appreciation. What a great time to cash in on your appreciation. And also keep in mind that the longer you wait to sell, with the appreciation going up like it is, the more it's going to cost you to buy that home.
That's a good point too. Yep. So the good news is that affordability remains significantly higher than a year ago, mostly due to falling rates. This is a quote from Mark Fleming, who's the chief economist of First American. He goes on to say, 1 month does not make a trend, but this month's decline in the affordability signals the current dynamics producing faster house price appreciation may begin to erode the affordability gains in the recent years. So I hope that this has provided some clarity for you, with some certainty in the uncertain times that we're in.
We certainly want to thank you for watching.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, reach out to us. We're here to help you. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye.